I want to be friend of the government. My condition is only one. Act according to Constitution. Act according to law. And that is my oath also. I will never ever ignore my oath. I will put it in action 100%. My greetings to all of you on International Yoga Day. It has been celebrated in the entire country and outside by nations of the world. It was a great victory that United Nations, at the call of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, accepted it. And United Nations, with overwhelming majority, nearly unanimous, declared 21st June as International Yoga Day. I call upon everyone to make yoga a daily habit. This is our gift to the entire world. And we as Indians can be proud of our heritage, of our civilization. On this day, I will need to indicate violence has no answer to any problem. Violence has no place in democratic society. Violence is an enemy of civil society. Violence violates our human rights. It is very painful, particularly for old people, women and girls, and children. As Governor State of West Bengal, I am concerned that our state has seen violence of very severe category not seen anywhere else. Post-war violence is a stigma on this cultural land. More than that, the government of the day not taking right steps to curb violence is a matter of deep concern. I have cautioned the government, police and bureaucracy that they must take all steps. How can we burn our trains? How can we destroy our public property? Those who do it are not true Bharatiya, are not true Indians. That's a damage to democratic fabric, rule of law, and our nation. I appeal on this day, every young mind must think and believe in what Vivekananda said. Always keep your nation first. Nation has to be given priority. When I look at the state of affairs around me, and when people tell me, Governor, the democracy in West Bengal is breathing last. It is barely surviving. It is cliff-hanging. Human rights violations are rampant. And as regards corruption, Honorable Kolkata High Court on 21st February 2022, I am quoting the High Court, syndicate and mafia is operational in every nook and corner of the state. This is what the High Court says. That syndicate and mafia has stranglehold on every business. The judgment of Kolkata High Court was challenged before Supreme Court by the state government. The state government did not succeed. I asked the media, did you report it? Did you make the people aware about it? Search your souls. Where are we heading? Such a finding. And Mafia Raj, Syndicate Raj is in every nook and corner of the state. Finding of the High Court, not disturbed by the Supreme Court. And media keeps quiet on it. Unless you diagnose the problem, you cannot solve the problem. Diagnosis has taken place by judiciary. We have never seen careers being destroyed of thousands of boys and girls because of corruption, illegalities in teacher recruitment. Every day I am bothered, concerned and in pain. Skeletons are coming out of the cupboards. And the channel of corruption is going like a creeper up to the highest level. This should have been a moment for media. This scam is ballooning every day, attaining explosive dimensions the country has never seen. Such kind of scam in recruitment. We cannot play with the lives of those young people, boys and girls, who prepare for an examination, take interview, and suddenly what they find? Employment is given to those who never participated in the examination. Employment is given to those who are not in the merit list. Employment, as reported, is being given for consideration. And now, to divert attention, I gather from media every day. They have brought some changes. The changes is that the governor must be removed and the chief minister be substituted in place of the governor for various bodies, including for appointment of vice chancellors and who should be the chancellor. I will consider all these bills legally. I will consider all these bills according to Constitution. I will consider all these bills, taking note of the situation that education is in the concrete list. I will examine these bills in the perspective of University Grants Commission Act. I will pay attention to these bills after taking note of Supreme Court decisions. I will act 100% in accordance with law. But I am appalled when members of the opposition tell me that they are trying to create a new post. The state of West Bengal must have same person as governor and chief minister. That is the ultimate objective. This can't happen. We are society governed by law. Your governor is servant of Indian Constitution and servant of the people of West Bengal. Your governor will take command only and only from the Constitution. I will not examine these bills with any rancor, anger, bias or prejudice. I will examine these bills from the perspective of law. If I will find the bills merit acceptance, I will do it. If I find the bills are in transgression of Constitution, in transgression of law, in transgression of Central Act, in violation to Supreme Court judgments, I would still interact with the government and try to find a way out. But I will not bend the Constitution. I will not allow constitutional essence and spirit to be diluted. The entire nation was being glorified. Input was taken from lakhs of people, professors, vice chancellors, students, in having national education policy. We don't have it in Bengal. This is destroying the education of Bengal. It is destroying the future of students of Bengal. Several of the actions, some of them are before judiciary, I don't want to go into it. They think Bengal is governed not by rule of law, but by law of the ruler. I have taken a very strong view regarding appointment of vice chancellors without the sanction of the governor, who is the chancellor. Each issue is under my focus attention. And if I have a right to appoint, I know how to protect that right and how to hold others accountable. I cannot allow the state of West Bengal to be run like a state within a state. I cannot fiddle in Raj Bhavan when I find it has all the contours and elements of a police state. Ours is a rich state with good people, enormously talented people. It has all the makings of big economic leap. But can this happen under tight fist control? Can it happen when our bureaucracy is only political party workers? I make no bones about it. Such a scenario, alarming and disturbing, is nowhere seen in any part of the country, right from the top, the chief secretary down the line, they act as political workers. For every small thing, even if a governor wants a pin, they must get clearance. The bureaucracy has forgotten its conduct regime. It has forgotten that there is constitution and law in the country. They are supine, emasculated, subservient workers of the ruling dispensation. It has reported to me that some ministers are in the habit of making any observation they like. They are mistaken. I have been kind to them so far. In doing so, they are committing a crime, and they will have to face consequences. I cannot allow anyone to be loose cannons and destroy constitutional sense and spirit of law. I have a lot of patience. I believe in persuasion. I believe in working in togetherness. I want to be friend of the government. My condition is only one. Act according to constitution. Act according to law. And that is my oath also. I will never ever ignore my oath. I will put it in action 100%. Several members here have spoken to me something which is anti-democratic. Representatives of the people, MPs and MLAs are so ill-treated by administration. I was surprised that in spite of a directive of a district magistrate, one ADM had the audacity to invite only ruling party MLAs. He has committed a big crime. He shall be held accountable. Many people think the governor is speaking, what is he doing? I want to convey through media. Right from 30th of July 2019, I have been in action mode to ensure governance in the country is according to Constitution. Why not in West Bengal? I am enforcing it, and you would have seen those who thought law will never catch them, whether it is coal mafia or cattle mafia. You have seen what has happened to them. You have seen how their assets are being frozen. You must have seen how some have left the country, how some have become refugees of law. Always remember, no one is above law. Not your governor, not your chief minister. We are accountable to law. Law may take time, but the standard hold of law, the rules of law, will reach your neck someday. And those who have committed crime, and crime against democracy in particular, cannot be spared and shall not be spared. I am often worried when I read what Kavi Guru, Tagore said, what he had visualized, where mind is without fear, head is held high. Mind is full of fear. There is so much fear in the mind of the people in your mind, sir, that because of fear, you are even unable to speak about fear. Is it not crucible or violation of human rights? Are we not in gas chamber of democracy? That we cannot even speak or pick up courage to speak about the fear? How can you find a solution, salvation, freedom from fear, when you can't even talk about it? And what the Guru said was, where the head is held high. My head as constitutional head is in shame. We have to change the situation. We have to make people breathe freedom. We have to assure people get out of fear. And I can assure you, Indian Constitution is very powerful. If it has given me duty as governor to preserve, protect and defend Constitution, law and serve the people of the state, I have enough in the Constitution to deal with these situations. I am a friend of the people, friend of the government, but my expectation is from the government, believe in rule of law, believe in Constitution, get rid of corruption, don't allow these scams to happen, punish the guilty. Once that happens, your governor as first servant will be side by side with the government. If that be not so, I will address the issue. I have expectation from the people also in particular. I appeal to the people with folded hands. Give up your fear. During Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, first thing is get Azadi from fear. That will help all of us. Once again, I am sure the media will take my message loud and clear, act in public interest, act as powerful for the state, and be a strong pillar of democracy, not its weakness. Thank you.